My girlfriend said, "He doesn't suspect anything." I replied, "Your parents know everything now." Then I played the recording for her parents, packed her things by the door, ended it quietly, and I watched as the girl they thought was an angel tried to explain a voice they could not deny. You're listening to AF Tales. This story is about a man who discovers his girlfriend is planning to dump him right after the holidays, and ends up sitting across from her parents with proof of everything. As you listen, think about the moment where you would have walked away in his place. My name is Jake. I am 27 and I work as a data analyst for a logistics company in Pennsylvania. The job is not glamorous. I track shipments, optimize routes, live inside spreadsheets most days, but it pays well enough, and until recently, I liked the quiet predictability of my life. Then everything with Brianna happened. We had been dating for almost 3 years when it all went down. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue in the summer of 2021. She was a dental hygienist, worked at a practice about 20 minutes from my place. Blonde hair, bright smile, the kind of person who seemed to light up a room. Everyone loved her. Her friends adored her. Her parents thought she was an angel. For a long time, I thought I was the luckiest guy alive. Our first date was at an Italian restaurant downtown. We talked for 3 hours. She told me about growing up outside Pittsburgh, wanting to work in healthcare but not being able to handle blood. I told her about my analyst job, and she actually seemed interested. By the end of the night, I was hooked. We moved in together in March of 2023. A 2-bedroom apartment in the suburbs. We split the rent 60-40 because I earned a bit more. She decorated, put throw pillows everywhere, hung fairy lights in the bedroom, filled the kitchen with plants. Life felt good. Normal. We had small arguments sometimes, but nothing that seemed like a red flag. She talked about marriage. She hinted about ring shopping. She sent me Pinterest boards of wedding ideas. I was not against it. I loved her, or at least I believed I did. Then around October, things started to feel off. It was not anything huge at first, just little things. She was on her phone more, laughing at messages she would not show me. She started going out with her friends more often. Girls' nights that stretched past midnight, sometimes almost till sunrise. When I asked about it, she brushed me off. "You're being paranoid, Jake," she said. "I'm allowed to have a life outside of us." She was right in theory, but my gut kept whispering that something was wrong. This is usually how it starts, not with one big betrayal, but with a slow drip of small, easy-to-dismiss changes. Then December hit. It was Tuesday, December 10th. Brianna said she was going out with her coworker Haley for drinks. She left around 7, said she would be home by 10. 10 came and went, then 11, then midnight. I texted her twice, no answer. I called once. It went straight to voicemail. By 1 in the morning, I was pacing the apartment, trying to convince myself I was overreacting. Maybe her phone died. Maybe she was just having fun. She stumbled in at 1:47 a.m., smelling like alcohol and something else. Cologne, maybe. Her makeup was smudged. Her hair was messy. She saw me on the couch and went straight into defense. "What are you waiting up for me like some kind of cop?" she said. "I was worried," I said, trying to stay calm. "You said you'd be back by 10. "Plans changed," she snapped. "Haley wanted to go to another bar. My phone died. Jesus, Jake, can you stop being so controlling?" That word hit me hard. Controlling. I never saw myself that way. I just wanted to know she was safe. Instead of pushing, I let it go. The next morning she was cold, barely spoke to me over coffee. When I asked if everything was okay, she said, "I'm fine. You're the one making everything weird." That was the moment I knew something was seriously wrong. Over the next few days, I tried to piece it together. I did not want to be the guy who snoops. I wanted to trust her, but every instinct in me was shouting. On December 14th, I did something I am not proud of. She left her phone on the kitchen counter while she went to shower. My hands were shaking as I picked it up. She still had the same passcode, her birthday. I unlocked it and went straight to her messages. There it was, a chat with someone saved as just A. No last name, no profile picture. The messages were recent, from the past 2 weeks, and they were explicit. Flirty, sexual, things she had never said to me, lines that made my stomach twist. One message from her the night she came home late. "Tonight was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." His response, "Same here, when can I see you again, her again? Soon, I'll figure something out, he doesn't suspect anything." I felt like I had been punched. I took screenshots of everything, dozens of messages going back weeks. Then I put her phone back exactly where I found it and sat down, staring into space. When she came out of the bathroom, she smiled. "You okay, babe? You look pale." I could not speak. I just nodded and walked into the bedroom. Many people stop here and confront right away. Others, like me, wait because they know if they are not prepared they will be talked in circles. I did not confront her yet. I wanted solid proof. Screenshots could be called fake, taken out of context. I wanted something she could not twist. So I ordered a small voice-activated recorder online. It looked like a USB drive, cost around $40. A few days later, I hid it in her car under the passenger seat where she never looked. For 3 days, nothing. I listened to recordings of her singing to the radio, chatting with her mom, basic stuff. I started to feel crazy. Then on December 18th, I hit play on the latest recording. She had gotten into the car after work. Within a minute, her phone connected to Bluetooth and rang. "Hey," she said. Her voice sounded soft and warm in a way she had not used with me in months. "Hey, beautiful," a man's voice replied, deep and smooth. "You coming over tonight?" "I can't," she said, frustration clear. "Jake's been weird lately. I think he's suspicious." "Then just end it with him," the guy said. I stopped breathing. "I can't do that yet," she said. "Not until after the holidays. His family already bought me gifts and my parents would freak out if I broke up with him right before Christmas. Plus, he pays most of the rent. I need to figure out my living situation first." My hands tightened on the steering wheel as I listened. "So what, you're just going to keep stringing him along?" he asked. "It's not like that," she said. "I care about Jake, I do, but he's just boring, you know. He's stable, he's reliable, but there's no excitement anymore. With you, it's different. You make me feel alive." "Then leave him," he said. "I will," she said. "I promise. Just give me a little more time. I need to have a plan." "Fine," he answered, "but I'm not waiting forever." "You won't have to," she said. They talked about meeting up after Christmas. Then the call ended. I sat in my car in the parking lot, staring at the dashboard, feeling like the ground had disappeared. 3 years together, and I was basically a stepping stone in her exit plan. That was when I decided I was not going to just let this slide and quietly disappear. The next day, December 19th, I got a text from Brianna's mom, Helen. "Hi, Jake. We'd love to have you over for Christmas dinner. Let us know if you're free." Normally, I would have said yes instantly. I liked her parents. They treated me well. But the idea of sitting at their table and smiling while I knew their daughter was planning to dump me after using me for gifts and rent made me feel sick. I did not reply right away. 2 days later, on the 21st, another text came from Helen. "Jake, we really need to talk to you. Can you come by tomorrow evening? It's important." My stomach dropped. I wrote back, "Sure, what time?" 6 p.m., and please don't mention this to Brianna." That last line made my heart race. The next evening, I drove to their house, nervous and tense. Helen opened the door. Her face was serious, no usual smile. She led me into the living room where her husband, Tom, sat on the couch. He did not stand to shake my hand. He just said, "Sit down, Jake." I sat across from them. My heart was pounding. Tom leaned forward. "We need to talk to you about Brianna," he said. I nodded, waiting. "We know she's been seeing someone else," Helen said quietly. Her voice shook. "We found out a few days ago. She left her laptop open here and I saw messages. I wasn't snooping, they were just there." I did not speak. I just listened. "We wanted to tell you," Tom said. "You deserve better than this. You've been nothing but good to her and to us. What she's doing is not right." Helen wiped her eyes. "We tried to talk to her," she said. "She denied everything, said we misread the messages, said we were crazy." "But we know what we saw," Tom said firmly. For a moment we all sat there in the quiet, then I reached into my pocket and took out my phone. "I need to show you something," I said. I opened the recording app and hit play on the conversation from her car. We sat there for several minutes while her voice filled their living room, her calling me boring, her saying she was waiting until after the holidays, her talking about rent, her telling another man he made her feel alive. By the time it ended, Helen was pale. Tom's jaw was clenched so tight I thought he might break his teeth. "I am so sorry," Helen whispered, tears streaming down. Tom stood up, red-faced. "That's my daughter," he said slowly. "That's my daughter saying those things." "I wanted you to know the truth," I said, "not just the story she might be telling you." Tom shook his head, disgusted. "What are you going to do?" he asked. "I'm ending it," I said. "She doesn't know I know yet." "I wanted to talk to you first." "Thank you," Helen said. "Thank you for telling us." We talked for maybe 20 minutes more. They apologized over and over, even though it was not their fault. They were angry at her and ashamed. When I left, Helen hugged me. "You're going to find someone so much better," she said. "You deserve that." Sometimes the hardest part is realizing you are not the only one disappointed in them. Their own family can see what you see. Christmas came and went. I did not go to their dinner. While Brianna was at her parents' house, I stayed home and packed her things into boxes. Clothes, makeup, decor, everything. On December 26th, she came home and saw everything lined up by the door. "What the hell is this?" she snapped. "You're moving out," I said calmly. "Excuse me," she said. "Your parents know everything," I said. "I know everything. I'm done." Her face went white. "Jake, I can explain." "Save it," I said. "You have until the end of the month to find a new place. After that, I'm changing the locks." She tried everything: anger, tears, denial. She said it was not what it looked like. She said I was overreacting. I did not argue. I just walked into the bedroom and closed the door. She moved out by December 30th. A week later, Tom texted me. He said they had talked with Brianna. She finally admitted everything. She had been seeing a bartender named Adrian for almost 3 months. She had planned to break up with me after the holidays once she had enough money saved. He also told me they were ashamed of her, that they knew they had raised her better than that. He apologized again. I told him he did not owe me an apology. I have not spoken to Brianna since. I heard through mutual friends that she and Adrian broke up in February. Apparently, once the excitement faded, there was not much left between them. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I was not. I moved to a smaller apartment and started rebuilding. I have gone on a few dates, but nothing serious yet. Mostly, I am just grateful I found out when I did. Before a ring, before kids, before mortgages and shared bank accounts. I still meet Helen and Tom for coffee sometimes. They always ask how I am. Helen hugs me. Tom shakes my hand and tells me I am a good man. And slowly, I am starting to believe him. Lesson 1: if your gut keeps telling you something is wrong, pay attention. You are not paranoid for noticing patterns that do not add up. Lesson 2: when a partner talks about you as a safety net while planning their exit, they are not confused. They are using you. Lesson 3: I care about you, but you are boring is not love. It is someone trying to justify treating you badly while keeping your stability. Lesson 4: cheating is not just physical. Secret plans, hidden timelines, and using you for rent and gifts is already a deep betrayal. Lesson 5: you are allowed to involve family or trusted people when you are being lied to. Protecting yourself does not make you petty. Lesson 6: walking away before marriage and kids is not a failure. It is you choosing truth over a future built on lies. If you were Jake, would you have confronted Brianna as soon as you saw the messages, or waited to gather more proof like he did? And have you ever had a moment where you found out the truth and realized you were actually lucky to learn it early?